Outsiders, hello. I'm Tony from the Outsider channel, and I got a pig's ass of a vid for you today. I don't know where that came from. I was gonna say spaghetti bolognese, but we're going with pig's ass. It's one take, that's what I like to do. Here we go. Today, we're working with the Uncaged 6 from YT. It's the brand new Capra with the brand new RockShox flight attendant system. I'm going to pass myself over and get out of this intro because I've already said pig's ass twice, so 3 times now. We're gonna give you the tech spec breakdown. I'm gonna get the suspension dialed in, and then we're gonna go and take this thing on the trail for some first impressions. And in the end, then and only then, I'm gonna break down and tell you what I thought of this beast. And that's what it is, it's a beast. So without further ado, I'm gonna pass you over to myself on the other side, and I'll see you there.
The Capra Uncaged 6 is YT's highest spec model of the Capra, and is the latest Capra. First launched in mid-2021, it's undergone some big changes over the outgoing model, including geometry and chassis updates. It's made from YT's ultra-modulus carbon fiber, and for the first time in Capra history, has space for a water bottle inside the front triangle. Yes! The Capra's geometry was also updated, now featuring a 64.2 degree head angle and 77.6 degree seat tube angle. But this model specifically, it's outfitted with the RockShox Flight Attendant, which is an automatic wireless on-the-fly suspension and adjustment system. And the Capra Uncaged 6 is one of the only handful of bikes to come equipped with this new tech. Accompanying Flight Attendant is more wireless tech, including a RockShox AXX reverb dropper post and SRAM's X01 Eagle AXS drivetrain. That's what I mean, people. This bike's alive. To accommodate the water bottle inside the front triangle, YT developed an asymmetrical member called the wing. Alright, let's talk specs. The Uncaged 6 model represents the best there is in terms of spec performance and technology from YT, and comes as no surprise the Uncaged 6 is fitted with RockShox's latest ZEB and Super Deluxe Ultimate Flight Attendant forks and shock. Along with the Flight Attendant wireless electronic suspension system, the newest ZEB gets an updated Debonair Plus air spring, and brand new buttercups. Are also featured on the ZEB. These are small rubber pucks fitted between the damper and spring push rod to help absorb trail chatter. Okay, what else? Well, it's also fitted with Crank Brothers Synthesis Endurocarbon wheels, wrapped in Maxxis rubber. Stopping is taken care of by SRAM's Code RSC disc brakes with 200mm rotors front and rear. Elsewhere, the Uncaged 6 has a Renthal Fat Bar Carbon 35 and Renthal Apex stem. First things first, every time I get a new bike, or ride a new bike, I head over to Gravity Bicycles in Fullerton to get my suspension dialed from Mike. Super professional, we head out to the parking lot, he checks the squish levels with my rider ability and weight. They have a makeshift feature in the parking lot as well, with a natural rock and some wood to ride over super fast. And then after that, we even head over to the stairs right in front of the shop, do some rolls and some drops. And Mike fixes up the bike from there. After that, it's time to hit the trail.
All right, the first initial test, the pedal test. Not only for the flight attendant system, but for the new Capra. Already the seat tube angle, I'm feeling, just put me in a position where I feel similar to the Jeffsy, which is a great thing. So let's see how she does. Okay, we're about a mile into the climb right now, and my first impressions are, the bike feels great, but I do not. I'm way more out of shape than I thought I was. I have not been riding as much lately, or going to the gym, so you know how it goes in mountain biking. When you don't ride, your cardio goes away so quickly. So that's a motivational factor for me in the next coming weeks. But as far as the actual climb, man, this feels like I'm on the Jeffsy for the climb. I hope that the descent feels like I'm on the Capra, which I'm thinking it will, because I'm on one. But what they did a little bit to that seat tube angle went a long way. I don't feel like I'm sitting that far back in the seat to where I'm really struggling with the geometry to get those pedal strokes in. I feel like I'm over the bike. I've been trying to trick the bike to see if it stays in pedal mode. So far, so good. I know at Gravity there was a slight delay when Mike was using it, but I haven't been able to catch it out yet. But we were going super fast into a rock garden with just complete flat gravel pavement into a curb, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, it's on target right there. It's interesting, right before you're about to hit something or you just feel a little bit of bump play, I can hear the bike manually switching to where it should be. TNA, all right, let's test this sucker out. Love this trail, I know it well, and I love testing and riding new bikes on trails that I know well for obvious reasons. I didn't bring it up before, but on the way up I almost ran over a rattler. Good thing I was keeping my eyes open. Right in the middle of the trail, big fat black rattler. It's snake season here in SoCal, so take that as a warning for me, I guess. Now I'm all paranoid I'm gonna run into one going down because it's in my brain. Watch out, snakes. So far the flight attendant is totally active where I want it to be. It stayed open and I feel like it knows what I'm doing. I guess that's just in my head because I feel like the bike is alive. Just a couple months ago, this was completely green and yellow with flowers, and now it's all dead. Oh, it's not even dirt right here. This feels like pavement. For those of you not from SoCal, the ground is so hard sometimes and loose. I feel like you're riding on actual cement. Kind of looks like it too. All right, let's see how it works over this straightaway. Okay, open and active, and the bike is super quiet. Just noticed that. A little rattle here and there, but there's less cables for sure. I just had that feeling of like, did I remember to turn the GoPro on? Am I talking to myself in real life? Are you guys there with me? I see you. Hopefully you're there and I'm not an idiot. All right, let's see how it handles the chunk on the bottom of the trail. Watch out, lizard. Let's take the high line. Hell of a first run on this thing.
Okay, and we're back. I just got back from this ride, so it's fresh in my head. I'm gonna start off with the Capra first. I've only had 2 rides on this bike so far, so I'm gonna give you the first impressions and what I feel that's different from the Capra Elite I had before. The frame and the geometry feel different. The climbing especially. The downhills, it feels like a raw, natural beast of a Capra. Feels great, and I'm gonna look forward to getting some more runs in the bike parks with this summer. I'm going to Park City in 2 weeks, then Downeyville, Tahoe, bunch of places we're gonna have fun on the Capra, so I'm gonna leave some more impressions for that later, but it climbs much better than the first one. It reminds me of the Jeffsy a little bit on the climbs. The seat tube angle is great on the way up, but it gets out of your way on the way down. So moving on from that aspect into the RockShox flight attendant. This thing is crazy. Honestly, I don't even know what to say. It's alive. I really mean that. I had some doubts. I was like, is this thing really gonna know what it needs to do every second of my riding? Is it gonna know, I don't know, where it needs to be? Like, is it better than me at knowing where my suspension should be? And I've only ridden it twice, like I said so far, but I can't trick it. When I point it downhill, it opens up. When I'm doing a little bit of a section where it's a little bit flatter and I need to get some pedal strokes in, I can hear it acclimate. I can hear it stiffen up a little bit so I can get some better pedal strokes in. Then as soon as I'm getting the bumpies, back down to open. So what I would say as an overall, this bike with this setup isn't for everybody. It's YT's top of the line bike. But this bike, if you are a tech nerd like me and you want to get involved in the future, this bike has it. The future has come to fruition here with this setup. I would say this is an enduro racer's dream. If you are an enduro racer and you want to get up the hills and forget about the suspension, just point the bike downhill and point it uphill and not worry about anything else, this thing is for you. So what I would suggest is sticking around, subscribing, throw a like in the video if you like it, and I'm gonna be back in the next few weeks with some more impressions, and we're gonna be on that bike a little bit more over the summer, so stick around, stay tuned, a lot more information to come on not only the bike, but the Rock Chucks flight attendant. So with that, I'm gonna see you guys next week. Over and out.